right, we back, we live, we direct. It's episode 59 of the COD. One more for the big
God,
6-0. So yeah, tune in for that.
Let's
But
go on
shit, bro.
2222 Tuesday.
Yes, sir. On the
right, right.
222 Tuesday. Come on, man. Y'all know the vibes. It's a very, very, very special episode. But let's get into it, bro. Where have we been the last 2 weeks?
Um, well, we know the Rams won the Super Bowl.
100%.
Sir.
Um, Team LeBron just won the All-Star game. Steph Curry,
Yes, sir.
MVP, 50 points,
Yes, sir.
16 points made. I mean,
The
16 threes made, history.
what's it called? The 75, the NBA 75 team.
Yeah, they had
They
the
were there
75.
at
Yeah,
the
they had
All
this.
Star.
Yeah, they had the 75 list. They did that throughout the All-Star game.
Jordan
That
was looking drunk.
Jordan was funny as hell. They was
He
like
was
Jordan
grabbing people.
They
He
was like
was
Jordan around that bitch
hugging
walking around like
everybody.
a drunk uncle.
Yeah.
Hey, he was in there having a good time, man. I seen him with my man Rodman up in there, the
Yeah.
worm, if you
Yeah,
will.
that's like I saw the interaction with him and Luca was funny as hell. And then when Cat walked over, he was funny as fuck. He like hit the fuck up. But it was just like
Right.
that man Jordan was chilling though. You know, it was a sad that we never really saw Jordan. You know, we always see Jordan in a serious moment. You know, people be like, "Oh, he don't really fuck with nobody," but it's just like
Yeah.
he was out
He
there
was out there
showing,
having fun. Yeah.
having fun, showing love. You know, it
What
was
we think
dope.
about the dunk contest, man?
I didn't really watch that shit.
I heard it
Nah.
was, I mean, obviously over the years, it's kind of lost its I guess original value or lost the quality factor a little bit, but I mean it was interesting. I from the few dunks I saw somebody try to dunk with Tim's on. That was like, all right. And then somebody had like a chain with the iPhone on it, right? And it was a
Right.
highlight. It was a highlight of him playing. And I thought he was gonna dunk with that, but he took off the chain and just did another dunk. So I was like, all right. He said he was wearing an NFT. I was like, all
Man,
right.
it's hold on. It's a lot of
It's going
theatrics going
crazy.
on.
It's going
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. It's more
Yeah.
theatrics
It's a
than
lot of-
dunking.
Yeah,
He did a
I'm,
normal dunk. I'm like, what was the whole chain and the NFT for? Like, you didn't do
No, I'm-
anything like that.
man, it's been for years too, bro. And I think y'all can agree with me. Might be popular, opinion might not be, but the dunk contest kind of lost its appeal because the best dunkers in the league are never a part of it. I mean,
And everybody nowadays wants to focus on the 3-point shot instead of
Right.
dunking or anything else. So the
Yeah.
game
Right,
changed a little bit.
back in the day, you had Vince Carter's, you had, you know what I'm saying? You had dudes who was Sean Kemp's, you had dudes
Shit,
who
Jordan.
yeah,
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
even I feel like even with the fact that it's not that really many big names, it's just like what more can they really truly fucking do? You know, like it's just like it's a form of athleticism at this point. You feel me? Like it ain't even about who really the best dunkers. It's like what the fuck can you really do? You feel me? Like I be watching these random ass motherfuckers in the gym just doing some dunks, and I'm like, damn, had they put this in the All-Star like a dunk contest, this would be some shit that I get a 10. But it's just like I feel like with nowadays it's more athleticism as opposed to like, you know, going out there and being like, hey, let's put the best dunkers in this motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like even if we were to do that, like let's say we put LeBron, John Morant, and motherfucking
Right. I was like, where's
LeBron-
John?
I mean,
LeBron
it would just get the views up. You feel me? Like it
Yeah.
wouldn't be. It's just like, what is LeBron gonna actually fucking like? Is he gonna
Hey, look, man.
actually jump over the rim type shit? Like jump
I
from
seen
the
LeBron.
3-point line type shit? Like what are you gonna do?
I seen LeBron announce that he wants to play long enough so that he could play with Bronny. So he's
Right.
basically saying his last year is going to be Bronny's first year. So he wants to leave after playing a full season, with his son. I don't know if it's on the same team or just the league in general.
No,
I think
from
he was
what
trying
I've-
to say same team.
From what
which is
I
crazy.
understand, it's the same team. Basically saying, because he basically said money wouldn't be a factor in the play, like he would sign for whatever.
He would give off, he would
Yeah,
give
he would
up
sign
so
for
much
whatever.
bread.
And I'm like, that was an interesting take. You know, I definitely saw that. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, that's basically just him buying Bronny's ticket to first round
Exact.
draft.
That's because that's
And
one thing I thought. Like,
I thought
We
about
talked
it like
about that. We talked
I-
about that too.
how do you guarantee? Because the way he talking, right? I was like, oh, you talking like you about to be on the same team, but it's almost like, how do you guarantee, right? Because like,
I
look
mean,
at the
shit,
Ball family.
he can
Well,
guarantee that shit.
he can. But I was
I
saying, like,
mean,
look at the Ball family. Like, you know,
that's
Buddy was like confident, like, yo, my sons are gonna get in the NBA. They're gonna do this, this, and that.
well,
And
it's a
when they
more
did
of
get
a
in the NBA, they just kind of went to teams. You know, it wasn't necessarily. I think Lonzo did go to the Lakers, like he
yeah.
was
Lonzo went to
saying.
that's what I'm saying. But it's like it's more like this. You got to think about like this. Like it's more as a marketing thing. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
regardless of whoever the fuck wins the first round draft pick that year,
he gonna make sure that the Lakers get him
like
or whatever team he
it don't
on.
even matter if the Lakers get him because it's like you got to think about it like this. Everybody's gonna have their draft stock regardless. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
that's just something
100%.
that's gonna happen. Like there's gonna be scouts, motherfuckers gonna do that regardless if Bronny go play in college. If he don't,
So
whatever the fuck he do. So it's just
how does
like he's
LeBron?
gonna be ranked
Yeah.
up there. So it's just like the thing is they already putting him in the top 5. You feel me? But it's just like niggas will take him as number 1 just to get that LeBron deal package. You feel me? Like
Well,
I don't
that's
know
what I was
how
saying.
I
Like,
don't know how that's gonna work out for your team trying to win a championship, but it's just gonna be that'll be the package. You feel me? Like
I'm
that's
trying
the
to
thing.
figure out, like, is LeBron saying whatever team that he's playing on, like, Bronny, you coming here? Or
No,
is he
it's gonna
saying,
be
like,
whatever team
wherever you get drafted,
drafted,
I'm going
he'll
over
go there.
there?
Yeah, he'll go there.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
looking at. So that's why I'm like,
Because I mean,
this is
he
last.
does have enough pull. He does have enough
Yeah, he
pull
got
in the
enough
league. I
pull. And then
feel
it's
like he
just
can
like,
do that. He can say, come over here.
and it's just like he gonna set his contracts up to make sure it's possible. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
think about it. Like I'm pretty sure he's out of his contract at the end of this year. Because he has the player option or whatever the fuck LeBron does every 3 years. You feel me? Like he doesn't. His contracts are not that long, other than really 3 years. You feel me? So it's just like
Yeah.
he
He already got paid in LA.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. He already got paid in LA. He gonna flip it to do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck he wants to do. You feel me? For the future of whenever Bronny gets in the league. Like I don't even
My
know.
idea
that's like
for Bron, what I kind of want to see is that last year, that when Bronny gets in the league, and we all know that that's going to be your retirement year, participate in the dunk contest. Give us one dunk contest for your whole career.
No, I don't see it happening.
Come on.
No, I don't think he's gonna do it.
You don't want to
if
see
he gonna be old
old
as
man
hell-
LeBron dunk.
Because
He'll do it.
hey, first of all, he ain't gonna
He
want to
still
be.
got the same stats that he had with
He don't want to be showed up by some young cat. He ain't gonna want to be showed up by some young cat. He gonna be an older dude. I think that the basketball American dream is to hoop with your son. So I agree with what Gordo said. Like he gonna go wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like he
gonna do that. I'm just saying that year.
He's not gonna give
Participate
us
in the dunk contest. That's all. He can
not
still
giving
play
us
with
that.
his son and dunk.
Man, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do
Come
that.
on.
He's not giving us that.
He ain't doing
Once
that.
in your whole career, once, man.
That's
Like
too
he
much
acting like
fans.
his
That's
knees gonna
that's
go
too
to
much.
dust.
That's too much fan service.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And he, like I said, he got a legacy to protect. He ain't finna get out there with them young boys.
I'd rather have the dunk contest over Space Jam 2.
Oh man.
Are you just shooting shots right now, fool?
Hey man. Hey, that's all. That's all.
I
He
mean,
just
shit,
shooting shots.
look at the fucking Lakers. They horrible shit.
Right.
And then Anthony
Hey, hold
Davis
on.
been hurt
Let's
again.
yo, give me your opinion on Westbrook and what he's really doing out here, because it's like it just seems like it's a lot of bricking. I mean, he's been the type to take a lot of shots, but it seems like it's like, damn, son, like you lost some of this, what's going on?
It was like folks lost the secret sauce or whatever the fuck you had.
I didn't want to keep going with the Space Jam, but like, yo,
but it's just
my
like
stars
I don't
got
know.
him.
Like I don't know. Like it's just like sometimes like the thing is what they say is a lot of players get with LeBron and they diminish. You feel me? Just because it's just like the system not built around them anymore. And it's just like Russell been one of them motherfuckers. Like as you can see, like every team that he's gone through since the OKC Thunder have said fuck it, we gonna rebuild. He really ain't been
he
able
not
to fit
he
it.
not like a role player. He wants to be the star.
Yeah, he can't fit into a system and play a role. It seems like, like even with.
Hey, but if we're being honest, man, he ain't been shit but a role player, bro. Like, you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
hell no, because it's
saying?
like shit. If he was a role player, they would have won. If he was a role player, KD would have never left. You feel me? Like that's
No,
like that.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like
Anytime they make him an all-star, they don't do shit. So he needs
I
to
mean,
learn how to. So he's a role player. He needs to learn how to be a role player. Is what I'm saying.
I mean,
They keep putting him in.
I don't think he's a role player at all. Honestly, I think he's just a motherfucker that just he wants to win, but
He
he
just
wants to
hoop.
win. He want to win on his terms as opposed to like I'm gonna make a sacrifice and do this shit for the
Right.
team. You feel me? Like that's a role player. Like at the end of the day, like it's like me personally coming up to the team with motherfuckers that got hella people. You feel me? I'm not finna be out there trying to think that I'm finna score 30 every fucking game unless it's designed. The offense is a design for that. The offense is designed for only motherfucking LeBron and AD to really truly eat. You motherfuckers are supposed to just make the shots when it's time for you to make your shot. Like you
I was
not
gonna
finna.
say he like that nigga. He like that nigga in the gym who loud as hell, think he can go hoop, always want the ball,
I
but
mean, he
he keep
can
losing.
hoop, but it's
He
just
keep
like
losing.
he can hoop, but it's just like right now the offense ain't designed for you to ball out. Like the offense is designed for them niggas to ball out and the team to win. And you not
So,
getting and the team not winning, and they niggas and AD just really ain't got it this year right now because he just stay fucking hurt.
so is it the system or is it him though?
No, because Frank Vogel really not a bad coach. If you really look at the plays that he make, it's just like shit. Think about it. Russell Westbrook just not making no fucking shots. Like as Ryan said, like he's breaking shit. Like you can't be mad at me at the system because I'm giving you the opportunity to make your shots
Right.
and you get like think about it. Certain motherfuckers gonna get 2 shots a game. Certain motherfuckers gonna get 5 shots a game, maybe 6, 7. You feel me? That's 14 fucking points potentially more. You feel me? Regardless of whether the fuck you're gonna put points on the board. Whether the fuck you make them 7 fucking shots, 5 out of 7, 6 out of the 7, that's up to you. But that man is really at a low ass percentage of making shots. Like that's just
No,
regard.
but that's what I was saying too, bro.
But
Like he's off right now.
that's not the coaching. That's you. Like get your ass in the
Right.
gym. Either figure out
Right.
some fucking rhythm. At this point, figure out how to be the assist man. I don't know what the fuck you
No,
feel.
but that's what. Look,
like,
hey,
like,
I
that,
agree with you. You saying what I was
that's
saying. He needs to
that's
learn
why
how
I
to
fuck
be a
with niggas
role
like
player, bro.
that's why I fuck with niggas
He
like
needs to learn how to
Lonzo.
be a
You
role
feel
player.
me? Like Lonzo, if he can't fucking score, he gonna at least go give me some motherfucking assists and go get some
Hey,
fucking
Lonzo
steals.
balling
You
out.
you you feel me? He gonna ball. Like that's what I'm saying. Niggas like certain niggas ain't did shit they whole motherfucking basketball career other than fucking just score points. You feel me? So it's just like
Yep.
you like once you can't do that no motherfucking more, you really inefficient and your ass is finding yourself a ticket out of this fucking league. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Like
100%.
like if we don't want no motherfucking inefficient ass triple doubles. Like that shit, that ain't we ain't like the Lakers not in rebuild, so we don't need 33, 38 triple doubles that come with motherfucking L's and no fucking real wins. You feel me? Like that shit
Right.
over with. Like motherfuckers trying to win. Like everybody trying, and that's the crazy thing about it now. Like everybody's truly trying to win. It ain't even
Everybody trying to
about.
win.
It ain't even like a lot of motherfuckers saying fuck that rebuild shit. I'm finna try to win with what I got and try to pick up some pieces at this point, as you can see in the league.
Hey, on that note, let's pivot. Tristan Thompson, give it to me.
His ass better not bring none of that drama. That's all I can say. Like, I mean, the thing is, he helped us get a little bit of size that I feel like we kind of lacking. But
Right.
other than that, he ain't really finna do shit other than grab rebounds and, like I say, make them two like them little couple baskets when you fucking need. We give them to you. You feel me? Ain't like your ass ain't. We ain't running no offense through no Tristan Thompson. His ass is just really finna be
I
a bench.
think we,
Yeah,
I don't know
bench
if
and a
we
role
talked about
player.
this, but I was talking to somebody and they had mentioned that Vooch, that's kind of what Vooch was lacking, was a little toughness. So I think that adding Tristan down low with him, I think that it gives us that toughness. You know what I mean? And
I
people
mean,
ain't going
yeah, but it's just like shit. At this point, I don't think nobody was really bullying us. It's just like shit. It's like shit. You can't stop Joel Embiid, and you can't stop
right.
motherfucking. You can't stop Jokic. You can't like. There's no like I say. It's just certain motherfuckers because the offense is ran through them. We're not gonna stop them. You feel me? Like we can just slow them down a little bit, keep the pace of the game, probably take the lead, but it ain't no stopping him. Like as with LeBron, like ain't no stopping LeBron. Like you can see he's still gonna fucking eat and get his points. With Russell Westbrook, we don't fucking know. Like the offense ain't being ran through him, so we can't have really speculate that. But as we see, that nigga ain't getting it. Like simple as that.
Right.
But I fuck with the Thompson pickup. Like I say, I think he adds a really, offensive, like a kind of new, not even, defensive motherfucking dynamic to us, strengthen us on the defensive side. But I'm like, he also give us a body to go bang with them big men, because I feel like we don't really have that many efficient big men on our team other than Vooch. And then what the fuck?
We got plenty of threes and two guards.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I said. We got a lot of two guards, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just saying that right now we loaded with the guards, and that's why I was kind of like happy we didn't pick up Dragic. You feel me? Because he went to the Nets, which is so crazy to me. But I really do feel like we need some bigger size bodies. If we can get us another big size body, or we probably won't be able to do shit till all season. But shit, I feel like Thompson to be able to do what he do if he stay efficient and he keep us in the game. Because it's like right now we still number one, we still battling for that first seed. You feel me? So
yeah, us and we neck and neck with the Heat, right?
Yeah, we neck and neck with the Heat. So I'm like, I'm
with Miami. Yep, Miami.
I'm like, shit, I feel like we don't need no distractions coming in. When we come back to when shit pop back off on Thursday, we gonna have dinner almost a full loaded team, except for the people that like we gonna have Zach back fully. We ain't gonna have Lonzo and Caruso and Williams, but it's like shit. When they do come back, Pat Will probably won't be back until next year. But it's like shit. When Lonzo and Caruso come back, I expect us to be either securing that number one seed or niggas gonna know like, hey, the Bulls going number 2 in the fucking in the East. You feel me? Like it's gonna be either one of those two. Like, cause I can see like the only people I can see coming out hitting the ground running and trying to taking over us is motherfucking the Brooklyn Nets at this point.
Yeah. Hey man, let's talk about their new pickups, man. With Harden.
Man, with Ben Simmons with the Ben Simmons Harden trade. And they done loaded up with Seth Curry and all of them motherfuckers, and then like I say, and then they just signed Dragic. Like I said, they said fuck it, it's like they said we lost, but we gained. You feel me? And they knew, it's like the thing is they knew what they was gonna get. You feel me? And then it's just like now it's just like you got a lot of motherfuckers that, like I said, you got a lot of motherfuckers that are committed to playing a role. You feel me? Right. Like James Harden, I don't know if he was committed. You feel me? And I don't think even with Kyrie coming in saying like, yeah, we gonna be the best and all this shit, motherfucker, you are a part-time basketball player at this point.
100%.
Like we don't even like. Are you going like you saying that shit don't even mean shit, because at the end of the day, are you finna play the rest of these fucking games with the team into the playoffs and the whole playoffs? You feel me? We don't know that, so we don't even give a fuck about what you're saying. But everybody else, I know that they'll be committed to playing that they role. You feel me? The new pickups and all that they got. Seth Curry, you feel me? He's a great ass shooter. You feel me? Damn near. If he keep at it, he can be up there with his damn brother if he keeps shooting the way he's shooting. You feel me? Like honestly, like I think he can do it. Ben Simmons, I'm just, I'm excited to see what he's actually gonna fucking do. You feel me? And I think
yeah. We talked about this in a previous episode, right? About Ben Simmons' mental health issues over at Philly. So let's see, does the mental health just conveniently go away? Like, hey, I'm out the gym. So
I mean, if he pulled a Harden, you feel me? It could have been what's necessary, because if he come out shooting threes this year, the rest of the season and into the playoffs or whatever the fuck he does, it's gonna be a laugh in other motherfuckers' faces. Like shit, Blake Griffin act like he couldn't dunk until he got to motherfucking Brooklyn. Shit, so it's like shit. Everybody. James Harden damn near like he was fat and out of shape until he got to Brooklyn. So we gonna see damn near if Ben Simmons.
People don't want to talk about the fat suit.
We gonna see if Ben Simmons can. We gonna see if he can shoot threes when he gets to Brooklyn. Shit at this point.
Yes, sir. So hey, what y'all think about the obviously we started off with Super Bowl, we went to basketball, but what did y'all think about the halftime show?
Oh, it was dope. I fuck with it.
I love it.
I loved it.
I loved it. I think that all the backlash that happened for the halftime show was generational qualms. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's people. You got younger people over here who don't realize that none of the artists that they love and they like wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, if it wasn't for Eminem, if it wasn't for 50.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for a Mary J. Blige. And then you got another group over here who's just like old as hell, who's like, oh man, it should have been Fish. You know, it should have been Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like,
hey, but on the other side,
70%. Hold on, but these 70% loved it.
Yeah. So, I feel like that's what I'm saying, but I feel like they really tried to appeal to both sides. You feel me? Like they got Eminem. You feel me? Like,
right.
Like that's y'all people's champs damn near in the like in the genre of hip hop,
in the culture.
Like how can you really be mad? Because at the end of the day, like we accept Eminem, you feel me? So it's just like they damn near thinking like, yeah, they accept Eminem as well. So white people should accept that shit. So it's just like I don't know. I feel like it was just like you say, just a bunch of mixed reviews because it's just like people so used to that. Oh, we're gonna have somebody rock star it out. Like nobody, that shit getting old. Like,
exactly. People be falling asleep, changing the channel, doing anything. And
that's what I'm saying. They trying to keep them ratings up. You know, people pay
exactly.
On top of that, you know, the companies that are paying for advertised placement are like, you better keep motherfuckers looking at this damn channel about my commercial plan. You feel me? So it's just like just like factors like shit like that factor into.
And of course, they went through the whole Colin Kaepernick. Now they got Jay-Z working with them. So culturally, they're trying to build themselves back up because they took a little bit of a hit. They took a little bit of a hit.
Cultural equity. Cultural equity.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you know, they was like they on the not kneeling shit was still even a part of this Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. They didn't want Eminem to kneel, and he still kneeled and shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's still a culture building type of aspect. You feel me? That they doing in the NFL just to, you know, build back up the ratings, you know, build back up the community side of, you know, the fans, you feel me? So it's just like, you know, it's like we say, it was like me personally, I feel like it was a great pick of, you know, artists that you know, like I say, I listen to Eminem, don't get me wrong, but I don't listen to Eminem like that. You feel me?
All the time,
You feel me?
Like, I mean, February is Black History Month too, so fuck them.
You feel me?
Hey, but think about this though. You know, earlier, you know, Paul, you had said about, you know, generationally, right? There might have been a divide. Right. On the other hand, though, for people who did get it, I feel like generationally, this thing actually super worked because, like, when I was watching it with my parents, right? Of course, okay, rap music, you know, their kids or me and my siblings, we listen to rap music, so they understand it, right? Even though that might not be their first music that they go to listen to. I was mad surprised, and I was actually like, yo, this is a dope moment. When it started, like my mom, my dad, they bopping, they actually know the songs. Just because, like, when you think about it over time, these songs been on the radio however long. So you thinking like, oh yeah, this is my stuff. Like, hold on, like I'm tuning in. They start going crazy, and they actually like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah, that's what like the old. I'm like, the older schools, like they was like, yeah, this is my shit. You know, Mary got up there. They like, you know, the aunties.
Come on, the dancery.
You feel me?
Everybody knows. Going crazy. Hateration, holleration.
Don't bring no holleration to my.
Hey, but for real, it just felt like
holleration.
Yeah, it felt like everyone, at least at my crib, understood it. You know what I mean? Now, there's another side of America we know, but at least in mine, it was like, damn, there's a couple ages out here and we all rocking.
I feel like everybody.
Hey, my parents. Yeah, my parents did too, bro. I mean, Dr. Dre, he was in NWA. Like, come on, man. That's
90s,
you know, that's
early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s. Yeah, so I mean, come on, Snoop.
Out here, bro.
So it's like,
I liked it, man.
You know, it touched enough people. Like I said, it was very culturally relevant.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There was a lot of. It was good.
Hey, and hold on, now, you know, music aside, they went LA as hell. They went super LA. Like,
oh yeah,
the dancers was all, bro. The dancers was dressed in Dickies doing a coordinated crip walk on national TV, the biggest event. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is insane.
It was LA as fuck. No, it was definitely some homage to LA.
You right.
And then Snoop wore the blue paisley fit. They had him smoking a blunt like backstage. I saw that video, and then
I
Snoop
mean,
threw up the
shit.
C's.
I
I
mean,
was like,
shit.
they went crazy. They really
It's
put
like
on,
think about
bro.
this shit. The Chicago Bears in the motherfucking Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And
like you
you
get
got
Kanye up there,
Kanye
and then Kanye brings out
motherfucking
Ruger or something, you know?
with Dirk and motherfucking
Yeah,
Chief and damn near
exactly.
Twister.
That's really what it was. Like they
Bro,
put on for
that'll
their
be that
culture.
that'll
Yeah.
be they put on for their city, and that shit gave them some love, and the team actually pulled that shit out. You feel me? So it
And
was
one.
like that was a big ass moment for LA. You feel me? So it's just like shit. Like it was like I say,
Yeah.
it was dope. You feel me? Like dope as fuck to think about. Like in reality, like shit. If that
I
could
mean,
be
that's
like if that could be something that they do for every Super Bowl, like get an artist
Come
from
on.
the teams that's competing or something like that, or
Yeah.
from the
From
city or
that
something that's the
city,
city,
that'd be
yeah,
crazy.
that'd be
That'd be
crazy. Like
crazy.
that'll keep the culture of Super Bowl alive and keep halftime really interesting. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Because not
damn,
only is it the teams representing, but hey, now you got, some
somebody.
artists representing and things like that. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of
in
crazy.
my head, I was really watching history though, bro. Because you got to think about it. It's their team playing a Super Bowl in their city with their artists. You know what I mean? Like that's huge. That's
Mhm.
huge.
Now hold on. What we think about 50, man? He got back in the G Unit tank top. He had the original 50
I
chain.
mean, people keep
He
on
was
trying to diss
hanging.
him.
Hey,
I
bro.
mean,
Hey, bro. Let me say this.
It
Let me say this real quick before
that
y'all
was
say
the
something.
entertaining theatrics moment. You
Right,
feel me? Like
right.
that
Let me
was
say.
like that was,
Let me say
but
this
that
before
was
y'all
also.
say.
Yeah.
Hey, 50, hey, 50, 50 is a business, bro. And no
Yeah.
press is bad press when you're a
Nope.
business.
Yo,
You
Nope.
feel me?
you did it, and then right
And he
after
took it
that,
and he rolled with it. He was a good sport about it. He was like,
Yep.
shit, who told me to hang upside down? Like he made fun of it. You
Yeah.
know, he's
Hey,
memes and everything.
but at the same time, he still did it. That's the thing. Like you could say, oh
Yeah, he
yeah,
did
he's
it.
old and whatnot, but the man did lift himself back up, grab the shit, and let himself down. You know what I mean? He didn't need help getting down from there. So to me, I
I
was
don't
like,
think he
you
too out of
still got
shape.
some,
Yeah,
you
that's what I
still
said.
got something to pull
I don't
yourself
think
up. I'm like,
he
hey
too out of
man,
shape. You feel me? Like he ain't
exactly,
working. He ain't doing jail workouts every day no more. But I'm like, I don't think
exactly.
he's too out of shape. I just feel like
Nah, nah,
motherfuckers on the
nah.
internet just be eating shit up. But then it's just like shit. He rich. Fuck is you saying? I'm gonna get fat too. Fuck is you saying? I can.
Exactly. You see how many shows are on
I can't.
Stars?
I can't wait to. I can't.
Tommy out now.
Say force out now. Fuck
Right.
is you
Hey,
saying? Hey,
have
we
you
got to
peeped it?
talk about force. We got to talk about
Let's
forces.
talk about
Hey,
it,
let's
bro,
talk about
because
it since we just went
they
to the
really
Rumble.
are in Chicago. And
Hey,
when I
people,
say
Right.
they really are in
Right.
Chicago,
they
like
showing Chicago. Yeah,
all the scenes are authentic. And I'm talking about the locations are authentic. And at least for a few of the people, like the little bro, the guy who got his bigger, he picked up his bigger bro from jail,
hmm
the boxer and whatnot.
yeah, Diamond.
Yeah, his little bro who's like running the streets and whatnot.
Yeah, the
That
CBI.
man's lines actually sound like a real Chicagoan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Hey, I
Like,
gotta say something. Hey,
and they got Jeremiah in there.
Joseph Secor, right? I hope I'm saying
yeah.
his name right.
Joseph Secor. Yeah,
I actually met him before. He's from Chicago,
Okay.
actually. So it kind of
yeah,
makes
he is.
sense because
Fine.
he's from Chicago.
No, I
Yeah,
definitely.
bro.
If I think correctly, is Joseph Secor from? I think he actually is from Chicago, which is
I
so
was
crazy.
just mad. I was just mad impressed
Yeah.
that like they're
No,
mad authentic. And the only reason I keep saying that is because look at the Shy, right?
Oh
We got our
oh yeah.
gripes with the Shy. We got our gripes with the Shy. And Lena, she's from Chicago. So like when she got that opportunity to write a show called The Shy about Chicago, you would think like everything you're looking for is like, yo, do us justice. And maybe the first few episodes, people were like, they got some things right or whatnot. And then, over time, like right now, it's kind of like, hey, you guys might have dropped the ball a little bit.
You
So
know,
the
that's
Shy kind of fell off, but right
but
now it
no
seems like
force is
bro.
showing force is like even with Chicago PD and shit like that. I feel
Yeah,
like force is really showing motherfuckers like I don't know if 50 just or the stars just got that much flex. It's
hired
just like
somebody from
but it's like
Chicago,
but it's like but it's like I actually know a person that was actually on the filming crew with them and like working the camera and doing shutting up shots and stuff like that. And so when he had told me like, man, we gonna be in like this shit is in Chicago, I knew for a fact that it was gonna be in Chicago. Like it's gonna be around parts that we gonna be like, hey, damn, that's really the corner store over there, such and such. You feel me? Like, damn, they go to Green Line. You feel me? Like folks riding down fucking Lakeshore Drive for real, for real. Like he in the city, he in the loop right now,
Right.
going
Yeah.
down State Street, Michigan and a half, like for
And
real,
bro,
like it's shit like that. And I'm like, I feel like maybe it was him because you got to think about it. Like now that I thought about it, like Joseph Zakora is from Chicago and he actually went to Columbia College and shit like that. So it's
word.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
he's part of this city. Like he knows the city. You feel me?
Hold,
Like
bro.
so it's like he probably was like, hey man, like if we gonna do this shit, we gotta actually do this shit in the city, like as opposed to what a lot
And
of
see,
shit.
we talked about
Bro,
this.
but like
We talked about
it's
this.
not just the city, my
When
bad.
we
It's not
talk-
just the city, but it's like real life locations. Like you remember where I used to work down by Echo and whatnot
Yeah,
in that
right,
in
yeah.
that same building. So wherever the closest train station, that brown line, when you're
Yeah.
walking up there, right when you get to that brown line, you pass a few galleries, like
Mhm.
lofts right there.
Life galleries.
In that in that
I
episode,
said that was that West
that's
Loop Gallery. Yup, the
exactly
gallery, the
that's where
West
he
Loop,
went
yup.
in with the dude and the
With
coke
with
and
the coke.
everything. I'm like, hey yo, I was walking by there all the time like that, and it's a real gallery they was
you be
in.
sitting
I'm
there,
like,
you be like, bro, you be sitting there like,
yeah,
damn, these are really like locations that we damn near have walked past or actually been inside or damn near just
yeah,
was in the part of the neighborhood, and this is actually them shooting it. So I'm like, I know people that are going that seeing their neighborhoods are like, man, that shit cold as fuck to them. You feel me? Like
bro. And
it's a
even
boost
little
for the
shit.
city.
Even little shit, because there was one scene where Tommy brought his brother some pizza, and they open the pizza.
And
It's
it's
not a deep
excellent.
dish. It's like a square cut
Square.
pizza. I'm like, yo, they really doing it.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly,
little
real
stuff, bro.
Chicago shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like late
Yeah.
night type shit.
yeah.
Hey, but see, we talked about this when we were talking about the shot. We were like, man, like Shorty might be from Chicago, but she went out there like that. Like,
She
if
wasn't
you're gonna make
outside.
it, she went outside. If you're gonna make a movie about Chicago, or if you're gonna involve Chicago, have Chicago, you gotta have real Chicago people. Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and like you said, the lingo, the spots to go to, the food that we eat, like that's. I mean, we know if it's authentic or not.
Yeah.
Like,
No, for
The
real.
dude
But
is
I do-
talking. He's saying stuff like "buddy," "goofy."
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
man,
like,
like,
no, yeah, buddy has definitely. I gotta look into
right,
him. Like he
get buddy
definitely,
goofy ass out here, Joe.
Exactly.
he got the demeanor definitely down pat. I don't know
Yeah.
where he learned it from. He got it down pat. But I do wish the
Right,
acting
right.
some of the acting needs to be a little bit better though.
The first episode wasn't that great. It stepped up a little bit, but I
mean,
think
the
it's
first
gonna.
episode did it for me. Shit, he put a couple niggas in the ground. Shit,
He did.
Tommy.
He did.
I'm like Tommy ass always, and then it's just like shit. We really learning. This is a really
I do like
the aspect
how
of we learning about Tommy's background and how this shit
Yeah.
all and what type of person he really is. You feel me? Now
one
that
thing I
Ghost's
like
gone.
though is in this show the references to Ghost. You can kind of see like Tommy's like, oh yeah, like it's not like he, it's kind of like he feeling some remorse because
Yeah.
everybody wanted to kill Ghost at once, right? And then we see what actually happened and who actually did it. And in the Tariq show, when you hear about Ghost, it's like, oh man, Ghost really knew what he was doing, or I don't want to end up like my dad, or the letter he got in jail and stuff like
Or
that.
or
It's still kind of
fuck
like,
Ghost, you feel me? Like
yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying. So then you hear in this Tommy, the shorty was like asking about, oh, is Ghost gonna come to Chicago? And dude was like, nah, he's dead. And she was all like, oh man, salute, pour one
you feel
out
me?
to
Pour one out,
to
you
Ghost. And he was like, yeah, and it shows like, damn, he actually kind of feels fucked up. Like,
I
damn,
mean,
I
even
shouldn't
in
have.
that first episode when he had that moment of that breakdown in the car where you see the flashbacks of everything. The last one is really Ghost dying and him leaving. You feel me? Like that shit. Like I feel like with this, we see an episode, we see a kind of part of where like, okay, like, I feel like, but even that's just speaking on the relationship between him and Ghost, you feel me? Like, and that's why I'm saying the show is really kind of crazy because it's like he loses his brother from the streets when he goes and find his blood brother. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a really crazy dynamic on how they playing that, because it's like he looking for it, like he looking out for him the same way Ghost looked out for him, and how him and Ghost looked out for each other. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
And so
facts.
it's like,
Him,
it's a crazy dynamic, because at the end of the day, we really don't know how involved his brother is with the streets, but we know for a fact that his nephew is with the shits.
Yeah.
And so when that come into play, that's what I'm saying. Like when that come into play and he figure out who he is, has a like how that's gonna be a big dynamic for Tommy. You feel me? Like, okay, he actually do got a nephew, something. So that's gonna be another relationship that he can have with somebody like similar to Cash. You feel me? But he got
Oh
somebody that's
yeah.
actually,
And
so it's like,
speaking of the nephew, I mean, of course the nephew's young, but then you also see another Chicago dynamic with the young boys of Chicago, just
yeah,
the
they with
young
that
kids. They're
shit. You feel me?
drilling, yeah.
You feel me?
So
So it's just like that shit's like, that's what I'm saying
authentic, bro.
yeah. So it's like they really, it's like a little, they did a lot of good, writing, and kind of like, that's what I'm saying, planning ahead. Like I don't think we gonna get a lot of this shit in season one. We can't hope to get a lot of this shit in season one, but it's like they really laying a solid foundation for Tommy to
Yeah,
have this a significant spinoff, as like they did with Ghost shit, the
yeah.
Power, the book Power 2 Ghost, you feel me,
Hmm.
series, you feel me. So it's like I'm like 50 building a decent little motherfucking Power universe, you feel me. So it's just like
Yeah.
I kind of I can't wait to see you know they got the Tate spinoff supposedly happening.
No, that's
That's
gonna
gonna
be wild.
that's gonna be interesting, type of House
right?
of Cards type of shit. But it's just like, you know 50 doing his shit, he getting money, and then Courtney Kemp really taking this shit to the next level with just
Oh
building
yeah, she
these,
going
with
Oh
crazy.
building
yeah,
with
oh yeah,
with
shit.
building this world. So we definitely can't leave her out, you feel me. But
Not
then
at
on top
all.
of
Right,
that, it's just like,
right.
Joseph Sequoia, phenomenal actor, like the role he playing at Tommy. I just recently started the Ozarks episode,
Okay,
the
what you
last
think
season,
about this new
and I'm like,
season, man?
I'm on episode 2. It's funny as fuck, because I'm just like,
Uh,
I don't know how, I ain't finished part 1, but I don't know how the fuck they finna get out of this shit. Like
right.
I really don't see them. And then he in that shit playing the son of Buddy ass. So I'm like, I don't know how they gonna get out of this, because like I ain't even know nothing about the nephew until the fucking first episode, and then
Yeah.
and then he do the shit with the sheriff. I'm like,
And it's crazy in that, we speaking about Chicago, but in that episode, the first episode, when they talking, he says something like, "How's Chicago? Is it
Chicago,
still the
yeah.
same? I hope it didn't change." I was like, damn, that's kind of cold, because it's like you already know what Chicago's going through, but at the same time, like if this show is really setting it up like that, like Chicago, like was a hub for Chapo, like that.
Mm-hmm.
They did have Chicago historically did have a line to Chapo, so it's like, hey man, I see the reference points in these
No,
shows, man.
this shit real. Like that's why I say, like, and then it's like you gotta think about it like that. It's like even with the force shit, the mob, like that's like the mob. You feel me? Like
Right.
that's what I feel like they getting at with that shit. You feel me? Like Chicago is a mob heavy type of city. You feel me?
100%, bro.
Like that's what we, like my granny used to
We,
be, she used to be like, man, like she used to go to work, and she used to work at Jules, and she used to go past this bridge, and she'd be like, yeah, don't, she's like, motherfucking Al Capone used to be dumping bodies in that motherfucking little river right there. And I'm like, yeah, she like dead ass. Like she like, I wouldn't cross that motherfucker at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. She like, um, yeah, just shit like that. Like motherfuckers know. Like if you've been in the city, like especially if you got an old head, somebody that's been out there in the streets, like they know about, the dynamics of this city. You feel me? When they like that shit. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to see when they put in how far it trickled down. So they did some
It's
alderman shit.
crazy because
They
you,
did
you
some
you did
alderman
see
shit.
that, right? The
Yeah, they did some
politician
alderman. Yeah, so like that's what I'm
speaking
saying.
to the
Like
Irish
like this
mob,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, they say like I hope the motherfuckers ain't listening, but they used to say the dailies was part of the mob. You feel
Of
me? Like them niggas,
course,
like them niggas was the mayors of
Bridgeport.
of
the
course,
mayors of the city. You feel me? Like
of
like basically the
course.
mob owns the city. Shit. So it's just like shit. We gonna see how we basically gonna see how the dynamics play in force. So it's like I don't put shit past it. Like it's like this shit it's the game. You feel me? Like that's how this street shit is. It trickles all the way down to the corner boy, but always it touches the motherfucking mayor's office. You feel me?
Exactly, from a corner
You feel
boy
me?
to the mayor,
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like this
from
shit.
I forgot what Lori was. I was gonna say whatever Lori was to the mayor.
Her ass is the motherfucking mayor.
She
Her,
she was in a gang, right? So
I
they
don't know.
say.
Her ass.
Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah, I swear I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I swear I heard people say that she was a stone.
Almighty
Oh my
Lord.
God! Here you go,
Almighty Lord.
Big Mo Lord.
Oh yeah, Mo. They did call her Big Mo Lori. They did.
Mo Lord.
Big Mo,
I didn't
Big
know
Mo
if that was a joke
Lightfoot.
or if it was real, bro.
No, that shit is a joke. Fuck.
Yeah, I think they
Funny as
did.
hell.
That's what it.
Oh
I
man, I
definitely
used to
was
think
one
that
of
I
the
was
think they
real.
just
motherfuckers. I
wanted
definitely used to be out here clowning that shit.
They call Lori one of the bros.
Big Mo Lord. Talking about
Is it
you
because of how
fucking.
she
Big Mo
dressed with the
Lori.
baggy suits?
I was really
Right,
just
right,
the
right.
way she was dressing on top of the way she be acting. You
She
feel
be
me?
Oh
standing too. She be
man.
standing
Yeah,
with
she be
that,
standing. You feel me?
with
Like
that ice grill.
her ass blow the fuck out of me, G. Like I wish like all the times I used to see her at the train station, that if I could just, it's like if your like your future conscience can hit your past body, like your past
Yeah.
self, like you can see it.
That's a good
Like
premise for an anime. You
you
need to
feel me?
write something,
Like we should like you would be slapping the fuck out of people all the time. Like if
right?
if I just had that moment where she was like talking to me at the blue line, at the Logan Square blue line, like in my this conscious just went back into my past body, I would slap her in that
Yeah.
moment, and I wouldn't even give a fuck. That's because I know you finna fuck the city over like the way you
Right.
do. Like just be
Hey,
like fuck
speaking
it.
on the city, man, I heard Dibs is over. I don't know if any of y'all really
Bro,
participate.
they
Oh
put a ticket.
man,
They put a ticket on a toy car, bro.
That's
I saw it.
crazy.
it's just the aldermans doing some petty shit. You feel me? Like, but ultimately, like I don't really give a fuck. I don't got a car right now, but I'm
Right.
about to purchase a new one. But it's just
Okay.
like I feel you. It's just like dibs is a sense of like, you can't really like. I'm not finna shovel this spot out for another motherfucker. You feel me? And then
100%. Yeah, hell yeah.
it's understandable, but I'm like, even the aldermen's gotta understand that shit because it's like shit, especially with street parking. It's like some motherfuckers
Yeah.
like even it's like shit. I didn't got into it with motherfucking family members over street parking, and I ain't even knew this shit. Like it's real. Like motherfuckers really be out. It's real out here for this
Yeah,
street parking shit.
yeah.
Like motherfuckers be out here claiming spots that you just be like, I ain't even know that was your spot, my nigga. Like,
Snow in Chicago is heavy, bro.
and then
So
yeah,
if
and
you
then
go
look,
out,
Yeah.
so if you go out there and you spend 2 hours shoveling your
shoveling your
car out,
car.
That's
Yeah,
shoveling
damn
your
near. That's
space
no,
out.
not damn near. That is my spot.
you
Yeah,
feel me? That's my
exactly.
spot. You
That's
feel
my
me?
I'm
Like
about
spot.
to pull
I
up with
did
a
it. If I
stick.
did it, I did to
Let
put a
it hit.
motherfucking. I did to put a spray painted logo down on the engraved spot, so you know this my spot. So if you
Yeah.
pull up, you gonna have a whole problem. You done flipping your car out of the spot,
You
damn
gonna
near.
see my
Just
tag right there. It's
you
gonna say
feel me?
Gordo.
You
I'm
feel me?
telling you. I'm telling
Gordo
you.
on the street,
But no,
man.
I definitely feel them. But I'm like, I just feel like the aldermen's just trying to take control of their neighborhoods, try to show some type of like community. But it's like, if that's the case, make it where the block is community, the block is actually shoveling off the fucking block, or either make it where you actually are getting snow plows to come through your community and shovel these side streets. Like, it
Yeah.
ain't like that's like you ultimately like you costing them money and fucking trying to be authoritative and show community, but it's like they going about it the wrong fucking way. Like don't
Mm-hmm.
fucking don't waste the motherfucking the actual taxpayer dollars having the police ride around giving tickets. Actually use that money and have motherfucking snow plows coming through the side streets and plowing your fucking car and plowing the streets. You
Exactly.
feel me? Like, hey, we're gonna come through this side street at this time. Move y'all cars. Woo woo woo. Like, make it where it actually build a sense of community within the motherfucking communities. You feel me? Like the aldermen, like I say, these motherfuckers are not going about this shit the right way. Like it's just like at this day and age, like you costing the fucking people and the people that are supposed to that you want to vote for you money. They not finna
Right.
vote for you doing shit like that.
Nah.
Like that's not finna keep you in that little ass alderman seat that you praying gets you to Senate or somewhere the fuck you want to go.
Right.
That's not gonna help them. Like that's what I'm saying with these politicians and these community activists and these aldermen. Like y'all got to do shit that's beneficial for the people. Like we know that the mayor sucks at. We know that the city sucks at shoveling the snow and putting down salt. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure I come through. I'm gonna have snow plows going through the blocks that I got. You feel me? That's gonna be a budget out of our winter out of our fucking funds. You feel me? For the winter time when it get
And that's
fucking
what always
bad.
blew me, bro.
You
That's what
feel me?
always
Like
blew me. You don't have to
because
necessarily. You don't have to necessarily use city trucks. You can have a portion of the budget
budget.
for a private
Come on now, like
company
that's what I'm saying.
and go down up and down your blocks in your area.
If I
Like
wanted
that
to be a
makes sense.
politician, I eat these motherfuckers up. You feel me? They wouldn't see me because I'm like, I would have a community behind me. Like it wouldn't even be no sense of, it wouldn't be no questions asked. The community gonna fucking love me off of the shit that I'm gonna do for them. Like that's what I say. Like
Right.
we don't have at the end of the day, we don't really have no real fucking politicians no more because at the end of the day, back in the day, politicians they ate, but they also gave back. You feel me? These motherfuckers just at this day and age greedy and not giving us shit. You feel me? Like they put niggas like Rob Blagojevich in jail. You feel me? Like shit. Think about it. Rob Blagojevich was eating and he made sure everybody ate in this bitch. You feel me? For the state of Illinois. You feel me? Like everybody.
Hey man,
Yeah,
he was doing well.
I
Yeah.
fuck with Rob, boy. That was that. Hey, you want to be a bad politician, but a good politician at the same time. Be a Rob Blagojevich. Don't be these asshole ass motherfuckers with just opinions and no motherfucking facts to back that fucking shit. You feel me? Because that's what a lot of these politicians are.
I think Rob out too. I think he out already.
I think he is out. Shit, fucking free Rob if he not. Shit. You saying? Oh, Jesse Jackson Jr. Do you ready to do your time? Fuck is you saying? Cause you next up.
Right.
Hey, Paul, man, what was that Rick Ross event you was at? I saw that.
Man, Ross came out here to Real Works. Shout out Real Works in Denver.
Hey.
It was a great event. All the local artists that came out. My homie Q he was catering the whole event. New Orleans style Cajun food. Ross was here, man, did his thing, had the Bel Air out there. You know, they had a Denver fashion show beforehand. Shout out to all the designers and models. I was there talking and networking with everybody. Man, it was a good event, bro. It was a good event. It was at Real Works on a Sunday night. It was kind of weird to me that I was on a Sunday night, but I mean, it is what it is, right?
Motherfuckers have
It is what it is,
so time is nothing. The days of the week are nothing.
They gave you President's Day off?
Nah. Yeah, so I had to go to work the next day, you know. But you know, it's all
lit,
good.
though.
Money don't sleep. I was lit.
Exactly,
it's all good.
Money don't sleep. I feel you.
Money don't sleep. So yeah, but it was a good event, man. Ross came out, man. I fuck with Ross, and you know the catalog that Ross got. You know, he's not a when he push over dudes. He really got some music out here, and his performance and just everything. And like I said, shout out to my boy Quester, man. He Lisa's catering. That's his business, and he's a celebrity chef. And I got him on the gram if y'all want to check him out. But he does a lot of the art. Yeah, he does a lot of the artists that comes in town. He did Lottie Scotty. He did I could probably name a bunch of people that he did, but he did his thing. He did his thing, man. That food was good, man. That gumbo was good. That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, you said money don't sleep, and that low-key reminded me, actually high-key reminded me of a breach this weekend on OpenSea. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, bro.
People was getting their NFTs stolen.
NFTs and crypto stolen. That shit's crazy. Wild. I mean, shit, it was bound to happen. You feel me? And then the crazy thing about it, OpenSea had been really one of the most popular ones that motherfuckers were using as like lore-based artists. You feel me? So that was really a hurt to the community. Like, man, can we really trust OpenSeas with our stuff, as opposed to being a big artist and being on foundation and things of that nature. And so it's just like OpenSeas had been the one for pretty much everyone to go to and get some crypto. I mean, open up a wallet, buy NFT, or either start their NFT project. So that was a big hit. I feel like a lot of people were talking about ways to counteract this measure and things of the future if this was to occur again. And so it's bound to happen to anybody shit. Like it can happen to anybody shit. Facebook it happens to Facebook all the fucking time. It happens to Twitter. It happens to everybody. So it
happens to Chase. It happens
I guess. I guess
I just think it's just the loss of profit. It's just like the thing is that really there's no way for them to return that shit. And
that's the thing, because like with these other places that get a breach, it's still messed up. so don't, take what I'm gonna say, like, it's still messed up, but at least it's like when those other places get raided, it's your data, right?
Yeah.
So it's messed up because, all right, maybe your phone will your number will be sent out and you'll get a bunch of spam calls or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, it's like, yeah, your data might be getting sold, but you're not necessarily making money off of your data or anything, or you're not going to necessarily see those immediate effects unless someone stole like your credit card and you feel a hit immediately. But with this variable stuff, it's like you said, someone's losing crypto, and that can be however many thousands of dollars lost at once that is not
Right.
FDIC insured. So ain't no way to go and get that crypto back, or the NFTs is gone. So it's like, damn, like I was
Yeah,
holding these for value and shit like
And
it's
that
that.
like
begs the question, bro. You
do get
said
a
something.
trans. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I was just thinking that NFT insurance. Like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do you
Yeah.
I
set
mean,
that
yeah,
up?
it ain't no. I don't think it ain't no NFT insurance. So it's like shit. We could actually be first niggas to actually do that. We insure your NFT. Fuck is you
Come
saying?
on, come on.
Like it's just like, because it's like you get it. Like I was gonna say, you get a transaction history of what you do with your wallet. Like you created this, or you did this, or you
Mhm.
you got this move over here. So it's like there is the coding of it, but it's just like the thing is, you with all of that shit, you lose the smart contract. So it's just like, how do you recover that? That's now, it's just like, now those are questions for the NFT community and how logistic this shit really can work, because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
if I lose my NFT, I don't longer have the smart contract, or do I keep, like, is the smart contract something that stays with my wallet but it's like, I thought that's tied to the NFT that's no longer in my wallet. You feel me?
Exactly.
So it's just like that
Right.
shit, like it's just like, it's a lot of logistics between this shit that motherfuckers really don't talk about. It's just like, man,
Still the Wild
it's like,
West.
I should have been a hacker. Fuck is you saying at this point?
Really though. Really.
We really should have been a
Niggas need
hackers.
to
Like,
pull some Ocean's 11 shit. Let's go
you
right
feel me?
now. Ocean's 3
We
for
finna
COD.
we finna we finna take all of y'all the apes. Fuck is you
Come
saying?
on, really
We
though.
finna take all them
And the
motherfuckers.
biggest digital heist that
You
the
feel
world
me?
has ever seen.
Fuck is you
Right.
saying?
Right. I'm coming for
Three
all them.
anonymous, three
Yeah, I'm coming for
anonymous
all them.
assailants stole
Right.
about 130 apes
Hey, snatch all
worth
them.
200 million.
Hey, they snatched.
About 2 billion in crypto.
Right. Right. Snatched all the fucking Planet of the Apes looking
You
motherfuckers.
feel me?
And y'all can't do shit
They gonna be
about it.
looking for us on the metaverse. Fuck is you saying?
You can't do
Right.
shit about it.
That
Right.
shit'd be crazy. Like, no,
Right.
for real though. Like,
The dirty three.
you
You
feel
know
me?
what I'm saying? The hackers only known as the dirty
Call
three.
this call
Come
this
on.
lakes 3. Fuck is you saying?
Come
Right.
on,
We
man.
go.
We don't even get an ocean. We just at the lake with
Yep.
Hey, man.
Lakeside Trace, nigga. We gone.
You feel me?
That's crazy.
But no,
That's
for real though, that
crazy.
shit, like, that's like, now that's a big question for the NFT community. You feel me? Because one buddy like, oh man, he like, you should just create more wallets and shit like that. And he like, yeah, the gas fees can't add up. I'm like, then nobody's finna want to do that, especially as a small collector or a small artist. You're not finna build motherfucking multiple wallets and pay multiple gas fees and that shit.
Not at
And,
all.
and especially when
Hell no.
the profit to the pay to profit margin is gonna be small. Like, that's gonna be stupid as hell. And I'm like, yeah, that works for you motherfuckers that's laundering these big ass apes, I guess. But it's just like, that's not working for the little artists. You feel me? The small time artists that are trying to get their name out there. That's not gonna be a fucking reality for them. You feel me? So it's just like, I don't know, like, this shit is a really big, it's a hit, and it's a really eye opener for a lot of people. You feel me? But it's just like, I feel like the community gonna stay strong. You feel me? Like, the hype is not gonna die down. But it's just like,
Right.
ultimately, I feel like there is gonna be something next after NFTs. Now that we see that there's a security issue and security concern. Honestly,
Yeah.
Right, right. I was gonna ask. So OpenSeas had this breach because I did read that. So would wearable be the second biggest one that people will probably use?
I mean, I use Rarible. That's where I ultimately go, and that's what I primarily gonna put my future collection on. Um, So
Right.
I feel like it, like I say, it's not even about it being the biggest one. I feel like it's about the personal use of it. You know what the collector wants to see, what the person that's creating the content and selling and making an NFT wants to use. You feel me? Because every site has different gas fees and different incentives to being on that site. Like me personally, like I'm on Railable and I've collected about 7 point something of their token. You feel me? Pretty much, and that token kind of has a value outside of Railable, but it also has a valuable within Railable that I'm gonna utilize to buy my own NFTs, you know? And so like that's big for me in a sense, or it helps me in a sense because I want to kind of be in a in sense of being a collector and a person that's making content. And so the fact that I'm selling into NFTs and getting something, an incentive on those sales, makes it big for me. You feel me? So it's just like
Right.
I feel like it, like I say, like, and that was just me doing my research on my own and learning about Rarible and just seeing, you know, I like the platform, I like the way it looks, I like how they utilize it. Like you see the number of sales of a week, you see who's making sales in a day, you see what those sales are, and that's big. You feel me? Like that gives you that's huge for me because I'm looking at this community grow and I'm trying to figure out how is this community growing. You feel me? And so like that's when I was doing a lot of like kind of analytics behind it. Like, okay, I'm seeing that Bored Apes making this much money a day. They're making this much sales for the week. Like they're the biggest seller of the week. Top three, you feel me? Like I'm looking at the people behind them.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the people that are just like on my level making the $500 to $300 sales. Like we're in the list. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that's big for me. You feel me? Like it's giving me the sense of like, okay, I see what the top dogs doing and I see what the people that are at my level are doing. And I'm like, okay, I want to be somewhere either at the top or in the middle. You feel me? Like that's
Mm.
how I viewed it. And so Realbo gave me that capability as an artist and a potential collector because I can go and see what people are collecting. I can go see what collectors are buying. And I'm like, damn, I kind of want to buy that NFT too. Shit. So it's just
Hey.
like like I say, it's like it's all about the aspect of the community and what the platform brings for you as a collector or whatever you want to be. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I actually was having this conversation with my sister the other day because she wants to like kind of do an NFT project for my niece, but I told her like that wouldn't work out in a sense of where we don't have this like pipeline to like crypto. You feel me? Like, yeah, because like I told her with this shit, it's a community thing, but we also have to have like crypto investors. You feel me? People that are
Yeah.
invested in having crypto and have boatloads of crypto. Like I told her, like me and you
Right.
and Paul and Ryan, we go out here going to buy crypto to just purchase an NFT. It's not going to help the 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 the
It's gonna
collection of
be
the
too little, too
yeah,
little. You know,
yeah,
you need a
exactly.
big influx of
Influence. Yeah,
cash. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So like I told her, it's like it's all about this sense of community and just finding what works for you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Getting tapped in. I see Cam out there. He in every Instagram live, Twitter space, clubhouse room. He really on it. So
I mean, yeah, you got to get
uh
your name out there somehow. You feel me? And I feel like
tap in
just
with the crypto Valentines if you are following Cook Up Cam online. Go tap in, see what that is. Tap in with Gordo, of course, on Rarible. You know, I think you still got a few things up.
yeah, I got 3 pieces up right now on
Yes,
Realble.
sir.
Those are gonna probably stay up for a while because, like I said, I'm working on an actual big collection piece that I'm gonna probably try to fund myself, just all through me.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's going because like right now I'm doing a little behind the scenes trade marketing, you know, LLC and just to get everything, you know, logistic,
Solidified.
like
Yeah.
yeah, you
Legit.
know, yeah,
Legit.
legal,
Yeah,
like
no
legit,
doubt.
the legal side, you know, just in case, you know, somebody tries to
Anything
come in,
like that shit.
you
Yeah.
feel coming, oh, we taking Frankie, no, the fuck
Hey,
you're not,
we know all about it.
and you're gonna pay me
Like
for
they
taking
thought
them.
this
Fuck is you
was.
saying? Fuck is you saying? Because that's really that,
Exactly.
like that's the side that I'm, you know, accent looking into. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, the apes have to be some type of trademark or LLC. You feel me? So it's just like that's
Hmm.
the side that people are not seeing within the community as lower artists or people that are watching on the outside. Like, hey, damn, they're doing this shit and making millions. Let me try to do this. Hey, make sure you got all your ducks in row, bro. Like, you got to make sure. So it's just
100%.
like that's how I feel like, you
100%.
know, we got to go about this shit. And so with the first couple stuff with the Mana Angels and everything like that, I didn't really, that was really with a project with Cam that we did together, and collab with. It was just like I just created the Angels, so it wasn't really anything that I had to do on my end behind the scenes in regards to getting that project out, other than just creating the Angels.
Yeah.
But this one, I feel like there's a lot of stuff like we want to make sure, like, um, you know, like you say, just getting the legit side of it, making sure like if there are investors and people like that, you talk with them and they have an idea of what they can do within the community and for the community, shit like that. Because I'm seeing a lot of big name artists really step into the game, like Murakami getting ready to step in the game.
I've
Um,
seen that.
McFly, he been in the game making some noise lately.
Bro. But you know what? Like you see, that was my concern, right? And we talked about this before. And Gordo, you're one of these, right? Like you said, Murakami, right? And I fuck with
yeah,
Murakami, but like he's an artist, right?
yeah, he
So
one of
he's
the
an
big
artist,
names.
artist. So he got something. He's actually gonna probably do a mural or do like a painting or something, just kind of like what we was talking about. See, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then he's gonna post that NFT. You know what I
Yeah, no,
mean?
but I'm like the thing is,
Versus,
no, but the crazy thing is
I
he
was gonna say
had.
versus it being all digital.
Yeah, no, no, but the crazy thing is he had showed
Yeah,
us his early on project that he was gonna release as NFTs, and it was all digital pixel work. It was like pixel stuff, and it was like it was like almost in the sense of what they did with the board apes, but it was more scaled down in a sense where it wasn't really too much difference, but it was different. You feel me? Like it was like some Murakami shit, like it, but it was like honestly, like I'm like, hey, he dropped this shit would have sold. Like honestly, like I'm like, hey, he dropped this, people would have bought this off of the simple fact that it was Murakami, and there's like a simple little significant changes in each one of these potential NFTs. And I'm just like,
right.
damn, like it's just like shit like that. Like, damn, it's like it gives you hope, but then it's just like, damn, these big names really gonna come in here and and just take a lot of recognition. You feel me? Like, and a lot of like eyes are just gonna be on them, and that's just the game in itself. But
Wow.
it's just like damn, like it makes the lore, like I feel like I say, like the lore artists, like damn, when these people do get in these spaces, it's just like fuck, what do we do to compete? You feel me? So it's just like you have to go in these, like she said, you have to be in these Twitter spaces and shit like that. It's like me personally, I don't have the time to be in these Twitter spaces like that, but it's like I'll have the time once my project is up and running. Like I'm not gonna go in these Twitter
Mhm.
spaces right now with nothing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about it. Like I don't
Right.
want to be in
You
these
you
spaces. Like you can't bring. It's like
right.
first off,
You in the artistic process right now.
You want to be
yeah,
ready. You don't want to go there
yeah,
bullshitting. Like,
yeah,
hey,
because it's like, yeah,
Right.
I know this and I'm finna do this. No, I want to go there with something substantial, because at the end of the day, like that's what I'm saying. Like in these spaces, you do have the collectors, you do have the investors that'll potentially back your project and work with you in backing this project. You feel me? So I'm not finna go
mhm.
in that bitch with nothing. You feel me? So it's just like I say, it's a sense of, niggas just gotta, like I say, just get the sense of community so you can compete with these big names, but also just know you can still stay relevant within yourself if you make sure that you do what you're doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Come on
Exactly.
now. Come on now. You see
Sure.
us. You see us. Hey, you spoke proper preparation, and I definitely found a opening to kind of plug, the new offering from the COD, COD TV. Episode 3 is out there
Yeah.
now. But when you talk about
Yeah.
proper preparation, just the past 2 episodes, which kind of, explained, at the beginning of the episode, I said, where we've been at the past 2 weeks. So, one week it was Tuesday. My cousin out here, Phoenix Walters, shout out him. He asked, he raps and whatnot, and he asked me to manage him. So, got him hooked up with a show, went out there to film it, and shit, man, I really expected to get on the camera with y'all probably the next day, but getting really back in that mix kind of wiped me out. So that first week, that was on me. But people did get to see that episode, did get to see his show, and our whole day setting up that show and whatnot.
Behind the
Next
scenes.
Tuesday, exactly. Next Tuesday, we were right back at it. I'm trying to kind of just give people a little no jumper vibe or something like that, like out in the streets, get a couple interviews, like on the fly, show some real like events and shit like that. But you know, the second week, you know, we performed in DC. I got on stage too. So, you know, we showed that.
Right.
And then I hit y'all both up again, and it was like, hey, you know, we really got our Tuesday thing rocking. So you know, twice in a row, we ain't get to, you know, really speak to y'all. But on the same token, we do have the COD TVs, which I'm trying to get more of. You know, even if y'all are out and about at, you know, stuff like that, if y'all ever get footage, send that shit to me. We
Yeah, I
can
got you.
really start rocking out
Yeah,
here.
no, I got you. That was dope. I
I'm not
definitely
trying
fuck with it.
to I'm not trying to, you know, really put this out there, so I'm gonna bleep his name. But you know, he said he got a storefront. He said he
Mm.
actually got a storefront that he's about to, you know, open shop, you know, have some other brands in there. Um, but I told him when he really is opening that and he has the grand opening, let me know. I'm flying in.
And we
I
can
got
do
the
a show.
camera out. Exactly. Like, and I said, not only am I gonna do the COD TV episode, but me and Gordo are gonna do the and hopefully, you know, if Paul, you in town too, we're
Hey,
gonna
we can
get
do
the
the
a
live
live
episode.
episode for real. I'm gonna bring the
That'll be.
mic in. We
Hey,
gonna set up
hey,
shop.
let's do it.
Hey
I'm with
man,
it.
I'm on the
Let's go.
plane, bro.
Hey, we
Shit,
can.
all you,
Let's
all
get.
Go.
you gotta do
Look,
is tell me.
ain't nothing.
All you
Back
gotta do
go.
is
Hey,
tell me.
let me
Back
know.
go.
Shit.
Right,
Come
right.
on, bro. Just like 50, we trying to start a universe out here.
Hey, got
COD
you.
universe. We got the Discord, we got the TV
TV.
episodes,
Hey, the
we got the
Discord be going
radio, we got
crazy.
the podcast. Yeah, man. They really
Discord be
be,
wilding.
yeah, bro.
And your network is your net worth, man. You know, I'm gonna put this out there
Exactly.
on the card too, and what I've learned because I'm an extroverted introvert, right? I
Okay.
love
Okay.
my alone time, and but
Facts
I could be
though.
but I could be social. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
feel
Yeah.
you.
And if you're in business or you're doing art or you're in IT, you still got to network in order to, you know, grow your business or get your art out there. And it's a skill to learn if you don't have it naturally. Some people got it naturally, right? But we use these platforms, Discord, you know, the podcast, the COD TV, the COD radio, whatever, right? Just to mingle with people and kind of get out there and meet people and get our stuff out there. And we've been kind of blessed, right? We've been kind of
Yeah.
blessed to have this community that we got.
Now,
Yeah, man.
what song should we play at the end of this episode? I know we
Mm.
got Donda 2 stream waiting. Maybe throw a
Hey,
Kanye.
Donda 22222. That shit is in theaters right now. I tried to get a ticket for the night, but it was sold out
IMAX,
at the
damn, that's
IMAX.
crazy.
At the
See, the only
IMAX.
reason I don't do that is because you know Kanye doesn't start on time. Like, how am I gonna look sitting in a theater? Like, come on, G. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, see, when they put
Right.
the Genius in theater, I'll go see that. I'll go see
Yeah.
Right.
Genius because I know it's gonna start. And actually, we didn't even mention Genius. Have y'all tapped
I
in?
haven't. I
I,
haven't. I like I said. I just got back on the Netflix
All
put that
page.
right,
I've
on the
all
been.
right.
docket. Hey,
I've
put that on
been.
the docket for
Yeah, next week, next
Yeah.
week,
next
because at least this week you're gonna have the second episode, so we gonna have a lot to talk
Let's
about
talk
the
about,
next
and then on
episode.
top of that, we can have, if we actually get Donda 2, we'll have some intellect and we
Yeah,
can divulge in that. You feel me? So
yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. You feel me? Kanye
And I
gonna.
need to hear your thoughts on Stranger Things 4.
Oh man, that they finna. Yeah. So
I
I've
just saw
been
the
I've been
poster. I didn't
waiting.
see a trailer. Is there a
I
trailer?
didn't no trailer yet. They
All
just
right.
they dropped promotional shit like
I
as
didn't see
usual.
I didn't see Lucas on the poster.
No, they actually dropped 4 different posters. And so
Okay.
that was the crazy part about it. But they're
I
all
about to say where
they all
homie
but
at?
they but eventually they all tie them all together in one single
All right.
poster. But it's just like he's in one poster with Max, and they're kind of
Mm,
having a 11 and Mike moment that they had in Stranger Things 3 when they kind of like
okay.
Right.
looking back, they kind of looking back behind them at some shit. You feel me? So it's just like
Yeah.
I'm excited, like shit. I've been a Stranger Things fan since like the first
The
episode,
beginning.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just like with them coming out with this is I've been waiting. So it's just like, I was like, it's been the pandemic, and then now they talking about this next season gonna be in 2 parts. And I'm like,
Mm.
I'm kind of tired of that shit, but I'm like, if it's Stranger Things and this is gonna be like part of the, like they saying that this is the end is the beginning. So this is kind of them wrapping everything up. And so with them wrapping, putting this in 2 parts, I can take that. I'll take that. You feel me? So
Right.
it's like the kids getting older, they can't, like it's like they can't push the child dialect anymore. You feel me? So it's like I feel like they trying to,
They got to
put it,
pivot.
yeah, they
Yeah.
got to pivot and they bringing everything to a close. So I'm like, it's gonna be exciting to see. Like shit, I fuck with David Harbor. They got Lucas. Caleb, I fuck with all
Yeah.
of them. I follow a outside projects like Finn. He was, the voice of Pugsley and
Mhm.
Adam's Family, 2 CGI joint. So I fuck with them. Love Millie. She been doing her thing. So it's just like I'm been happy to see them bring back this universe that has left everybody with a lot of different questions. Like we don't know, like we really don't know what to truly expect. We just know motherfuckers gonna be in Russia, they're gonna be in California, they're gonna be in Hawkins, Indiana, but all this shit is gonna be ultimately tied together somehow. And it's just like, damn. And then and
Yeah.
then and then on how they left the last season with my girl losing her powers. So it's just like
Mm.
we know we finna have a whole reawakening moment, and that's like we gonna know like that's gonna be an emotional chapter for her. So I'm like, it's a lot to see and expect. So I'm just like, the Duffer Brothers even came out, was just like, we never we thought that we knew that this was
They
gonna
didn't
come to
expect
an
it
end.
was going
It
that
would
long.
be like,
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't know it was gonna be this long. You feel me? But it's like we
Right.
know it's coming to the end. But they also kept it open to the doors that potentially there will be Stranger Things spinoffs. You feel me? So it's like they kind of like you say, like people like with 50, like they potentially could be milking a deal with Netflix where like now
Mhm.
there are Stranger Things books. You feel me?
Yeah.
There are
And
books.
and
So
this is one thing I did want to ask, like, because it seems like it's such a perfect story to come from the comic book world, but we know that it didn't start as a comic book. Like they
No.
created this for and as a
TV, yeah,
TV show.
yeah.
Right.
So do they have comics now, or is that what they might
Um,
do? Or
There are Stranger Things comics. I don't know how in depth they are into the storyline. If I actually did, I actually read it. If I'm correct, I actually might have read a Stranger Things comics that was kind of like part of the story, but it was like before 11's story, but it's tied into 11's story. Now that's the crazy thing about it. That's what I'm saying with the books. It's like, and I've read part of the books, and so it's like even with the books, you get so in depth where it's just like one of the books follows 11's moms up until the birth of 11. And so like we know 11's mom because we see her character in the story, but we don't see what happens to her fully. So it's just like that's a spinoff that could potentially be happening. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
it's so
Right.
much, it's like I say, and then it's the other kids 1 through fucking 10. You feel me? Like those kids have stories within the storyline too that come out. You feel me? So it's just like
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff that like it's just like we see, like they see the Demogorgon before it actually gets given a name and actually does what it does in Hawkins and shit like that. So it's just like it's a lot. It's like it's almost like the Game of Thrones since fandom. You feel me? Like the shit is so big that they were able to write books and stuff like that based off of the series, and now this stuff can actually potentially be TV shows, movies, and all that stuff now. You feel me? So it's just like I feel like that's the greatest part of being a creator. You feel me? Like even with Squid Games, he has that aspect where even if he does a season 2, he can leave so many questions within that shit that he can get spin-offs. Like that's the great part about being a creator and the writing aspect and creating these worlds and realms of worlds. Like you can create so many you can create so many stories within this one universe if you have the mindset to do it. You feel me? You can universe build, and that's what I love about artists and writers and people that really. I love manga creators that because they do it a lot. Like they create these universes and worlds that they submerge us in. Marvel universe, DC, like they've done it. You feel me? Like it's. I feel like that's the biggest part about with these major series like Stranger Things and Game of Thrones, like Rick and Morty, even. You feel me? Like like you can give some of those characters, side character spinoffs is within Rick and Morty just because we don't know much about the storyline of what they've been through other than their interactions with Rick and Morty. You feel me? And so
yeah,
I just actually sat and watched season 5 of that shit, and I'm just sitting here like with the way they ended that, I'm just like, they're gonna go so many realms with this shit. It's just like Rick and Morty just doesn't seem like it's gonna end. You feel me? Like it's gonna be one of those TV shows we watching season 20 of. You feel me?
Right.
Like not the Cleveland show though. You feel me? But
My
but yeah.
Cleveland show, funny
boy
as hell.
Cleveland. Come on.
But yeah, no, Stranger Things. Like I'm definitely excited to see. It's just I haven't been on my Netflix shit, but it's just like Netflix need to like they got to step it up. You feel me? So it's just like Stranger Things is one of their hard hitters. You feel me? So it's just like they plan to give us part one in May and then the next part in June in July. So that works out with time framing because I'm like, I don't know when the fuck second part of Ozark's is coming out. So I'm just taking this shit episode by episode, honestly. So because I've been waiting for this part since Helen got our head blew off a long ass time ago shit. So I'm just like shit. I feel like that's the thing now. Everybody's doing two parts seasons or two parts of finales of shows now. So it's just like that's the new thing. But I just feel like with Netflix, they gotta find a way to keep their viewers engaged and keep the content fresh. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, they were saying they had posted something about Disney Plus, how like a bunch of their ratings had fell off after The Mandalorian, right? But the thing about it is like they're not coming with anything fresh. Like people want to be engaged.
I mean,
Like this is the generation of instant gratification. You know what I
I think
mean?
it's that weekly shit, you feel me, as well. You feel me? Because it's just like think about it like this. Like they shit was successful, like WandaVision, Loki,
Right.
a lot
I
of
like
people a
WandaVision.
lot of people, the Black Panthers. I mean, not I mean the I'm calling his ass Black Captain America, Captain America and
Yeah.
Falcon shit. Even with the Hawkeye shit, it's just like I think it's just that weekly episode shit. Nobody wants to sit on a streaming service and watch a weekly episode series. You feel me? That's the purpose of TV. You feel me? If that was the
Exactly.
case, put this shit on TV. You feel me? Like
Right.
we want to watch the entire series in the
Drop the whole
entirety of the
season.
series. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So it's just like that's what you in like, and ultimately these streaming services, like as the marketing people behind it's like y'all have to clearly see this like the binging like people like like even though I'll fucking binge a whole series and figure out hey it's coming out weekly now, sometimes I won't even watch that shit weekly until the whole series is out because at the end of the day I
Right.
don't want to watch like I don't want to be sitting on the edge of my seat every week. You feel me? Like I don't want to be sitting here thinking about damn I gotta watch Euphoria or make time for Euphoria. Let me just go binge watch the whole season when I got fucking time. You feel me? So it's just like
Exactly.
that was the huge part of having streaming services that we're losing now. Like, why am I waiting to see motherfucking part two of fucking
8. You know what I'm saying?
Ozark's season finale in motherfucking in June of in December of this year when I that shit came out last year? Like that's stupid as fuck. Like my attention span on what happened I didn't sell so much other shit. I don't even remember who the fuck none of these motherfuckers are. And the emotional the attachment that I had to the characters, I'm losing. You feel me? So it's just like this what they really that's what I'm saying. Like as people that are doing the streaming service, they gotta think about the marketing, they gotta think about the people, the attention span of the people, the character investment, the investment that these people have in the characters. Like even with Umbrella Academy, they dropping the ball with that. Like
Oh
it's
yeah, they are.
like it's like it's you can't it's like you can't come with this content and not and then slow it down with the pace that you're giving it to us. Like that's like it's like it's like almost making us it's like I'm gonna just keep it to the analogy motherfuckers being crackheads. You feel me? Like it's like and doing drugs. You feel me? Like we doing drugs and then you trying to slow it like you trying to it's like they literally try to take us off and then wean us back on. Like it's like you can't do that. Like keep hitting the motherfucker until I guess we OD off the shit or either like or whatever the fuck it is. Like I don't know what their intention is, but it's just like I just feel like that was a big huge fault with Disney Plus. Like they had gave us all the Mandalorian, and then they came with these weekly ass shit, and then that was just like we not doing no weekly ass shit, bro. Like we not coming to
Nah,
Disney.
Bubba
Like
Fett.
we not coming to Disney Plus every week, bro, just to see an episode. Because that's what they did with season two. I feel like that was like the weekly shit that they did with season two a Mandalorian, and I was like, okay, this kind of fucking up the vibe. Like, I want to watch the whole shit. You feel me? Like,
I want to see what the fuck happens next, bro. Don't keep me in suspense for a week. I don't
yeah,
forgot what happened.
you feel me? Especially when you got the euphorias and break and the powers and the fuck like the
Hey man,
that's like you can't like you as a
we
streaming
gotta have a
service.
conversation about Euphoria.
Hey man, oh
They
man,
talking
that
about the set getting wild. They, it's a little creepy. They was trying to force some wild shit. Like they saying this show is just off the rails.
man, this week's episode was definitely the most intricate episode of TV I've ever seen. It's
They
just like,
saying Zendaya need to win an award.
if she's part of the writing for this episode, no, if anything, the person that wrote that the person that this episode was centered around was the character Lexi.
Okay.
And so if anything, she should win an award for her supporting actress in this episode. Her character is amazing, honestly, I feel like, because she's observant. Like, she pretty much breaks down everybody's life, but their life intertwined with her, and
Right.
how she views it. And this episode really hurt a lot of motherfuckers' feelings, but it also like put a lot of shit out there. You feel me? And so it's gonna be crazy to see where they go from after this episode, regards to friendships, in regards to how the characters move within themselves and things of that nature. So it's just like, it's really dope as fuck. Like, honestly, Euphoria has some crazy ass writing, but this is one of the writings that I didn't see. Like, this lady literally put her life on stage as a play. And
Mm.
so if you were her friend or a person that she interacts with, you were in this play as a character, but your name wasn't, but you were written as a character with a different name. You feel me? But you would know if you were watching it, like, hey, that's fucking me. And so imagine your friends and your family sitting in the fucking audience watching this shit. Everybody around you has no real context and none of this shit, but you do. You feel me? So you sitting there like, get the fuck out of here. So it's like her sister sees her character and it's just like, it fucks her sister up. That nigga Nate sees his character and he goes into his psychotic episode as like he does at least once every episode. But it's just like, it's really interesting how she did it. Just like, damn, like she puts a lot of shit in perspective on like how, you know, we sit and kind of watch, sometimes we kind of sit and watch life happen to us. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I think that was one of the biggest parts of this week's episode. It's just like, she kind of like kept talking about how we wanted to do so much with our when we got to high school and freshman year and all of this woo woo woo. But eventually she just sat there and watched life happen to her because she was, in a sense, waiting for her turn. Like, she was like, because that was the part with her sister. Her sister, she was like, her sister went through puberty, got her body and woo woo woo, and she was like, okay, 365 days later, I'm gonna be looking just like that, and so I'm gonna just wait my turn. But that never, her body never develops like that, and life just continues to happen. And she's like, I just couldn't sit there and continue to let life happen. I had to eventually jump in and indulge in it. You feel me? And that was like the biggest part, that I was like, okay, this is a beautiful ass episode and beautiful ass writing, just off of the simple fact of, we get Lexi's character in the way we do,
Mm-hmm.
and we see, and like, that's a simple message that I feel like a lot of kids and people, a lot of adults in general, just need to, you know, have. Like, we can't just sit in life and let life happen to us. We have to,
Be engaged and
engage, yeah,
take
be in
control.
control. Yeah, exactly. Take control, or try to make our own moments, or create our own opportunities. You feel me? And so it was dope. I fuck
That's
with it.
powerful, bro.
Yeah, it was a
That's,
powerful. Like I was saying, it was a power. It
that's
was like,
powerful.
the message behind it was very truly powerful. But I feel like people were so on the surface with what, so the surface shit. Like, people were like, okay, they doing some wild ass shit in high school. Like, no, look at what she's actually talking about in the message of, like, I love play, like the theater. Like, when Denny was in the fucking theater school at the Paul, I was going to plays. Like, I love that shit. Like, theater is one of the biggest parts, and so it's just like, when she put that shit on theater, it showed her life, because Lexi's a very simple character that you don't really get too many screen time of. But it's like, when you see this episode and this season and how they showing her sides, and it's just like, damn, this girl is really amazing. Like, her message behind her play was just how it's like she made a satire of her life, but also gave it a a a message. You feel me? Like, I've never seen anybody do no shit like that. And so it's just
Right.
like, for them to do that within the show was just like, to do that within the show of a show. Like, I mean, to do that within the show is just like really kind of wild, and really dope as fuck. And
Mm.
so I feel like Euphoria definitely gonna win some more motherfucking awards. You feel me? So it's just like, it's just like,
Right.
I know they having like they little drama on the set between some of the actresses and the director, So, but that's any fucking series. You feel me? Like, everybody starts to think they the hot shit, but it's just like, at the end of the day, you got to remember, this is what made you hot, and you know.
And I always think, bro, like maybe, you know, do actors get to a point, right? And this is probably a rhetorical question, right? Because none of us can answer it. But I always think to myself, like, do actors get so much in character that behind the scenes they start acting like their character because they all got these relationships with each other, so they get to arguing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could be a sense, but it's like I don't even know. It's just like shit. You got to think about it like this. Everybody be feeling like they got the juice, so it's just like shit.
Right.
Eventually, somebody gonna be like, "I got more juice than these motherfuckers," so I'm the top shit. Because you gotta think about it. Like I was like, shit, I ain't even really peep. Like if you go and look at the main cast of Euphoria, all of them are sent over like 100 million followers. I mean, 100 followers. I mean, over a million followers. You feel me? So it's just like that's already ego boosting in a sense. You feel me? On top of, you feel me, like they getting these cover magazines and shit like that outside of Euphoria. So it's just like I say, it's all about juice. You feel me? So it's like whoever feel like they got the juice, they probably be in that bitch feeling themselves. But it's like at the end of the day, none of them can now feel themselves over Zendaya. So it's just like shit. At the end of the day, it's just like,
yeah, stay in your lane.
And you feel me? Like other than that, I wouldn't just be coming to work and you know, pick Zendaya's mind on what the fuck she doing in her project shit. Other than that, I'd just be chilling. You feel me? I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. I really don't understand how there can really truly be any beefs within cast. You feel me? Other than a motherfucker doing some fucked up shit. You feel me?
Right. Well, shit, man. That's, you know, we ain't arguing behind the scenes, and that's all that matters. ain't no Twitter fingers happening here. And that's
the COD is the COD is the army, better yet the Navy.
You hear me?
Kidnap your baby, spit at your lady. Come on, man. Come on, we moving like a fucking unit, man. Episode 59. I'm gonna probably just play the new Little Durk since you know we've been talking about Chicago, and you know we just got turned up. He got a new track out called Aha. New album is dropping soon, so you know he out here killing it and whatnot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we gonna come back next week, episode 60, just killing it, man. More milestones for you.
Let's go.
100%.
Tap in. It's the COD.
It's the COD.
The COD.
Cherry Production.
Hey, this shit like videos, you hear me? Everything I'm saying in this motherfucker is all props.
This shit is not real.
Just in case the police listen, I mean.
High speed music.
Slide. Man, don't respond to shit with Vaughn. I'm like, fuck it, you trippin'. Go get your gun. They dropping locations. I'm getting it done. Fuck tweeting, we sliding. The feds come. He fucking his bitches. Them niggas, his son. I'm hanging with killers. We breaking a bond. They really don't mean it. He say it in songs. They really don't mean it. He play it in songs. We been sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have. But he ass got shot and we ain't claiming, but I can show his ass. Niggas acting like they really like that since my Brody died. Just get out the feds, you bring up murders with your police ass. I told Vaughn to leave that bitch alone, she post her OnlyFans. Catch him at apartments, they be in, cause that's our only chance. They don't be outside like you think they ass be on the gram. Old ops, fucking with my new ops. Oh man, that shit Mercy been through there, that shit like Ghostland. My brother D-Thing just got killed and I've been slow since. But we got back on their ass, I bet they know this. And on bro, I'm speaking facts, this ain't no diss. Keep the police out my business, we don't post shit. Trigger happy, I be with Zoon and we on 4-6. They like Dirk, his ass a singer, he won't smoke shit. You can bleed whatever you want, I got your folks hit. Don't respond to shit with Vaughn. I'm like, fuck it, you trippin'. Go get your gun. They dropping locations, I'm getting it done. Fuck tweeting, we sliding. The feds come. We fucking his bitches. Them niggas, his son. I'm hanging with killers. We breaking a bond. They really don't mean it. He say it in songs. They really don't mean it. He play it in songs. He talking about me and piss me off, and I'm like, yes. If you feel some type of way, you better slide and get revenge. He say therapy ain't helping. He been killing for a cleanse. She say she don't really got shit, but she so thirsty for a binge. I just made her suck my dick and I just nutted on her chin. I been feeling like Rico, I just fucked her in my Timbs. For school he said no pen, he rather carry him a gin. A 10, FN, perk 10. I'm saying, he spin. You need a pill to slide, he off all the milligrams, he been a fan. I see niggas really killing shit, post shit on Instagram. You doing that, you might as well go to court and say you killed the man. I don't claim niggas who be with ops, I tried to will him in. The trenches like set you up is as a middleman. Don't respond to shit with Vaughn. I'm like, fuck it, you trippin'. Go get your gun. They dropping locations, I'm getting it done. Fuck tweeting, we sliding. The feds will come. He fucking his bitches, them niggas, his son. I'm hanging with killers, we breaking a bond. They really don't mean it. He say it in songs. They really don't mean it. He play it in songs.
Jerry Production.